Here we are. It's Wednesday. It's the 22nd. I had my blood work done. And I looked at it and it's terrible. Yo. So the doctors will be coming up with all kinds of stuff. Next week, I have 3 days in a row of cardiology stuff and a consultation to discuss all my conditions. So I'll see what happens with that. Okay, here's my main view. Okay, so what I accomplished today, which is very important, because I'm team meat. See it right there? That is a prime rib roast. There's $25 a pound, but there's nothing like it. Now, if you were to take this prime and rib roast, and you see where the bones are, cut it between the bones. Now it's raw. This is like cooked. And you put it on a grill, flip it over, and cook it on a grill. Have a thermometer in there, or you just know by squeezing it. You gotta have a real hot grill. That's a ribeye. Most people don't know that. So you cut all those up into what I call steaks, and then you cook them on the face, and you flip them over and cook them on the other side. That's a ribeye steak. But if you have it all together and cook it to 135 degrees, which is the temperature, by the way, you now have prime rib. So that's, how about that? Anyway, so team meat. I am team meat. Oh my God, yeah. We have team potato, we have team vegetable, we have team meat, and Marilyn's in charge of all the teams. So team meat, first thing team meat's got to do is go get the meat. So you know what I did? I did it today. You know, they got refrigerators, I got refrigerators. I'd rather have this sucker in my refrigerator and not show up on Christmas Eve and all of a sudden, oh, I'm sorry, sir, we're out of stock. Oh, yo, that is a nightmare. Because then you're running around trying to find a marvelous piece of prime meat, which may not be easy to find. So I figured, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get it, and it's in my refrigerator, and unless we got a power failure, we're good to go. So that's what I did today at about 2 o'clock. I had placed an order with Instacart, and then they go out and get it, and then they bring it to you. But see, they run into the same problem, because I asked the butcher, I said, well, do you have a piece of meat all ready for me? 9 pounds of prime rib? He says, well, no. I said, well, Instacart thinks they're going to buy 9 pounds of meat, and you may not have it when they show up on Christmas Eve. He says, you're right. I said, ha-ha. That's why I am here. So we don't want to have any surprises. And we're going to be real careful not to let this thing get over 100. And I think at 132 degrees, whoosh, this thing gets popped out of the oven because it's going to sit there a little minute. And the temperature from the outside to the inside is going to like stabilize. And because you're really not cutting the meat and serving it right away. If we're doing that, then I'd be comfortable. But since we're likely going to pull it out of the oven, and then everyone is going to be scattering around, putting the potatoes in the water they're going to put them in, and this and that, and this meat's going to sit there. So if you take it out at 130, 40, let's say, it's going to be 150 by the time you serve it, which is like medium well. So we're going to be 130 degrees. That thing's out of the oven. And if I have one of our people is uncomfortable with a piece of meat that is that red and beautiful, look at that. Oh, God. A little salt on that, a little garlic on the outside. God darn it. I can taste it already. Anyway, some people, they just, so we know what you do. I have a 19-inch everyday pan, and you get that thing up and hot. You got some garlic and olive oil on there and a little bit of black pepper and you get that pan nice and hot, and you know what you do? You throw it on the pan for about 20 seconds, flip it over, another 20 seconds on the other side, and then put it on the serving plate, and you're good to go. And you will not have any, it'll be, you'll have like a brown exterior, like it came out of the grill. That's what you do. So, okay, it's taken me 50 years. I'm 103, right? It's taken me 50 years to figure that out. A little late in the career, but oh boy. Anyway, so Team Meat has accomplished the most important first role of Team Meat, and that's to acquire the meat, which, by the way, they don't give it away. See, here's the evidence. See right there, the brown wrapper, and that. See that? Oh, I go to the next picture. Oh, look at that! Oh my God, it's so big. $227.66, 9.1 pounds, $24.99 a pound. You don't do that every day. Anyway, so bam, that's came out of the old account. And you flash the card going out the door. So Team Meat has accomplished its most important task of the day, and that's to acquire the meat. And, the ladies are going to have to, or Marilyn and Team Vegetable, Team Potato, they're going to have to go get the other stuff. Either that or give me a list. I don't mind getting it. I'm just not going to diddle with it. Because I'm Team Meat. Team Meat does not peel potatoes. Okay. So the other thing is accomplished. Let's see if I have a picture of that. It's coming up. There we go. Bingo. See those nice jars? We bought We bought 6 of them. That's the old chair. This is a new chair. This one is 6 inches taller than that one. So when you sit up, you're like up at the railing. This was so low, the railing was like at your ear. So, oh my goodness, what happened? Well, I couldn't have done that if I tried. Let's get back to the chairs. Oops. All right, here's half a chair. The chair is sitting on the chair. Not sure why exactly. So here's the chair. Oh my God, there's the press secretary. She looks like she's aggravated. And there is the cushion with all kinds of little cat hairs all over it, if you can see. Anyway, that chair's a pretty robust. And the rotating, see this doodad here, which handles because the chair rotates, is welded iron. It's really heavy duty. This guy right here, look at that. That's ready to dump you right on the patio, which is why we got new chairs, because I was afraid to lean back on that and you go right over and you break your head, and then Jimmy's gone. We don't want to have Jimmy gone. Yep. So there I am. I got my sunglasses already, and that's where we sit on our balcony. And you can see in the background the Boca Hotel. How cool is that? We got married at the Boca Hotel, so it's kind of interesting. We're right here. Whoops! There's a rocket going off. That's Elon Musk. There he is, Man of the Year. If there's anybody that should be Person of the Year, it's him. And it's not because I'm driving one of his cars, although that is a spectacular experience. I mean, you press down on that pedal, and you're gone. Everybody else is in the rearview mirror, including all these fancy schmancy people that drive all these noisy cars. And guess what? My car is like whisper silent. You don't hear a thing about it. I was noticing, let's see, where am I? You see on this right here, this picture? This is a distribution. You see, Model Y. We can't see that, right? Let's see. There we go. How about that? Pretty cool. So Model Y, there's my phone number, the zip code, and the version number of the firmware that I have in my Tesla. And it is highlighted in blue here. And 6.5% of all the drivers have 36.8.8. But the interesting thing is look at this. 2021 40.6. All of a sudden, 13% of all the drivers, when they keep adding them on, they go on this edge over here to the right. 2021 is a year. That's pretty obvious. The 40 is the week number. Like you got 52 weeks. So the last week would be .52. Well, this is .40. Now you see when they have .40.6, that means they have done 6 versions in the 40th week when they do the software updates. I mean, it's a real complicated thing because You know, you got Model Ys, you got Model 3s, you got Model S's, you got different years, and they have to keep track of what kind of a computer is in the various models. I have the most, I have the most modern computer that they make for the cars, because I just got the car, in June. So they haven't developed a new computer newer than what I got, and the computer that's in the car is like 40 times faster than the previous computer they had in the car. So I have hardware, what they call hardware version 3. So they had hardware version 2 and a hardware version 1. So I've got hardware version 3. So you have the firmware version and you got the hardware version. And then you got the different model cars. Because different cars have different, buttons and whistles and things. So, whoops, sorry. Just banged the microphone. Can we, there we go, side by side. See, so I can expand that. But you see how tall that is? That's 13.2% of all the cars. 40, so it's 2021.40.6. And they already come out with 44.5. So these software guys are busy. I haven't had an update in a while. I'm due for one. But this number now, 6.5, this is starting to shrink. So Tesla is starting to move people out of here into these other categories this way as they come out with new software. And I haven't gotten the new software yet, but I'm sure any day now I'll get an invitation on the phone. Let's see, can I do that? Tesla. So that's my car. Now, if there was going to be a software update, it would be on the top of this list. Instead of setup phone key, it'd be software version, whatever. And you can actually control the software update from your phone sitting up here on the 8th floor, even though my car is on the 2nd floor in a handicap spot. In a few minutes, I have a big box of garbage I'm going to take down to the, if I can carry it, and get my hand truck out of there, my little trusty hand truck, so when I have something heavy, I can roll it around. And, so the car is running good. I'm up to, well, you can look right here. 4578. 4,578 miles I've driven on that sucker. Which is not a bunch, but so I'll put in, you double that. That's 9,000 miles from my first year. 3 times 9 is 27. I have a 30,000 mile lease. Sorry for the math. Yep. I have a, oops, what was that? I have a 10,000 mile lease. Maryland. What has she got going here? Look at this. It just got tweeted over here. This is, I'll pull this off here and turn it around. Oops. There we go. Let's get real close. Anyway, it's the menu. She makes a menu every year. Like we're a restaurant or something. All right. All right, so let's go to pictures again. And we'll go to the beginning of the list. All right, where's the pictures? We have a little technology. There it is. There it is. How cool is that? Merry Christmas. So you can see that. Merry Christmas 2021. Appetizers, deviled eggs, and they're real good. Stuffed mushrooms, and a snack mix, which is very spicy. The main event, standing rib roast au jus, rosemary roasted potatoes, creamed peas, and our newest favorite, traditional Stonewall popovers. There's a restaurant in Long Island called Patricia Murphy's. It took me a long time to remember the name. Patricia Murphy's. There was a Patricia Murphy. Anyway, it was a big restaurant. It probably seated 300. Very nice tablecloth, fancy schmancy. You can't get out of there less than $50 a head. But, as a kid, I'm 10, 12, whatever. So this lady, there's like 2 or 3 ladies that would stroll around this restaurant, and they'd have this basket hanging on their arm. And it was a big basket. It was, this big. The popovers were about this big. They were big. And it looked like, going back from memory, 50, 60 years. Jeez. The basket probably hold like 12 of those popovers. So this very attractive ladies to be walking around. I'm 10, mind you, so and it was like, they just hand them out. Oh, I'll have another one, please. So bam, they put another one on your thing, and you eat into that, and oh my God, it's kind of like a, the French get really pissy if you take a croissant and then like put butter on it. The French guy looks at you and says, "You kidding me? I made this with 9 pounds of butter, and this schmuck is putting more butter on it." So they don't like it when you put, when you add things to their croissants, because the croissant is perfect the way it is. You just eat it. And the same thing with the popovers. You don't do anything with a popover other than eat it. You don't add anything to it. It's got everything already in the ingredients, including a little au jus in the bottom of the thing before you put the dough in, or the batter, or whatever that's called. And you put it in the oven at 425 degrees, and then turn it down to 350, and it takes about 30 minutes, and this popover like emerges. And then what you got to do, 3 minutes before it's the end, you stick a wooden thing with a sharp point to poke a hole in it. And it's not to let the steam out. It's to allow, because when you take the popovers out, remember we poked them with 3 minutes to go. That means there's 3 more minutes. So the outside of the popover is getting a little tiny bit firm. Not crispy, but a little bit firm. And, you know, inside it's kind of like effervescing and boiling. So the steam comes out and it's almost done, so it's less effervescent and boiling because the thing's already been expanded. So you take it out, and you got all these popovers, and you poked holes in them 3 minutes ago. So what happens when it's sitting out and you put it in the basket with the nice lady is they start to cool down, and then the air, the ambient air will go in the hole. Otherwise, the popover shrinks up, and you got these little mud balls in the bottom of your basket. So you poke a hole in them, and that makes sure that they won't collapse with the, contract with the fact that the steam is condensing into water droplets, and the pressure inside the popover goes below, 14 pounds per square inch, which is our atmosphere. So that's what, that's how you make sure the popover stays popped. Giving away my secrets. Anyway, so that's popovers. And then we have something sweet, Christmas cookies. I'm sure they'll be good. And chocolate. So that is, Maryland is, look at that. We got a, I'm going to say that's a reindeer that's winking at us, right? I mean, that's what that's got to be. That is our logo for Christmas dinner. So I'll do a little print screen on that. Look at that, perfect. Bingo. Save the photos. Okay. All right, now it's 10 to 5. And I've been yickety-yakking with you guys for 28 minutes and 17 seconds. And you're being entertained by epidemic sound. It's pretty nice. It's 3 hours of royalty-free music without a copyright, which means I can broadcast it like this and be legal. You pick up someone else's music and you play it in the background or whatever, and they come after you for copyright infringement. But if you notice right in this corner, it says Epidemic Sound Instrumental Music without copyright. So you don't need a copyright. All right, so that's it. So I'm going to stop talking. And notice I have my, see the What's Jimmy Think? It's now in a very nice little streaming thing. Almost like it's a stock ticker. What's Jimmy Think? At his broadcast booth. This is it. It's not fancy. There we go. But, the streamer goes along the top. And so I think we're going to, these little sliders over here. This turns down that microphone. And this right here turns down that one. If I turn it up, you can hear my pulse. The sucker is so sensitive. All right. We're going to listen to Academic for about 20 seconds. And then go nighty-night, and we'll see you tomorrow.